too long ago.
Yo!
Hey, everybody.
We're back in the Dungeon of Doom. El Casa de Maca. John's got butterflies because he's very excited about the podcast today.
You know when else I had butterflies for the first time? When we finished Drinking In Work.
I was going to say that time that you bought a butterfly farm.
And I ate a bunch of them. No, Drinkin' In Work is out everywhere. It is streaming on all platforms. It is the fling of the spring.
The fling of the spring. I've never heard that.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't know exactly when the next single's coming out, but it's going to start off as the song of the summer.
I mean,
it's actually
can't
tied.
argue with
It's
it.
tied song of the summer because Scoopski, shout out to Scoopski,
Shout out to Scoopski.
just put out a song today called Seasons.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it
That's
came
today.
out on the first day of summer. Shout out to Scoopski.
You know what? I follow Scoopski, and the weird thing is that all of our friends I see so much on Twitter now posting that, like, as soon as he put the sneak preview out for Seasons, I was like, oh shit, I get the sneak preview to fucking Scoopsies. We're all on Twitter. All of us, Scoopski, we're all of our Mack and friends, the Mack Mafia.
The Mack Mafia.
We're all on Twitter. Go follow us on Twitter. We have fun on Twitter.
But not to spoil the Monday Mac. Well, let's just do a review now because we all release music on Fridays. So I think this might be my favorite Scoopski song, and I only listened to it once. It's a busy day today, but it's like their songwriting is really, really, really starting to evolve, and it's always been great. It's always been catchy, but you could tell like they are starting to. They're taking. I wouldn't say risks because it's not. No one takes risks anymore musically unless
that's a good point. Yeah,
like come out like unless it's like a bad risk.
all of a sudden, if the baby was like the next Beethoven, that would be pretty risky.
Yeah, that'd be pretty risky.
Yeah, that'd be pretty risky.
Lil Yachty did something that was kind of risky. He made like an indie rock. He made like a Tame Impala album with rap on it.
I have a folk band
But I
called
thought
Big
it was
Yacht.
I thought it was average.
Just Big Yacht. We
Big
don't let
Yacht.
little Yachty. We don't let him come near us.
You don't put a Y at the end of the Big Yacht. Anyway,
Sorry.
Scoopski, Seasons, great song. We'll have a rating for it on the Monday Mac, which is every Monday. We review music. But
You'll have to hear
Scoopski.
my thoughts on Monday.
Scoopski.
But yeah, everyone go check that out. Go check out Drinkin' In Work. This
Drinkin' In Work.
This is, man, it's been like maybe 3 weeks since we did an in-person podcast. I think it's how long it's been.
Well, I think it was even longer because the one podcast that we filmed,
it got
didn't
destroyed.
record.
The destroyed episode.
This better
and
not
that was a
happen to
great.
this
And
one.
that was a really good podcast.
Let me knock
Hey,
on wood.
I have some news to share on the podcast. Since January, I'm down 20 pounds.
Congratulations.
Cheers to that.
And I think I captured your 20 pounds, and I think I've been slowly putting it on myself.
I actually, my intention was to give it to you. That was my intention. I wanted to give you the 20 pounds
Yeah.
for safekeeping.
I got it. But I'm going to throw it out
Yeah.
after. So we're actually, maybe I won't say that. But
13 going on 30.
I'm 30 years old.
Yeah.
And I guess this is the 30-year-old podcast.
I have a
This is like
prediction to make
what?
about your...
This is also I think this is episode 70.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So that means the last episode is episode 69. Yeah. I think 30 is going to be John's best decade.
Oh, I think so too.
So, I mean, I've had three. I'm on my third decade right now, and this is my best decade yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm putting the work in for the next decade to be even better.
I don't know. I guess my 20s was my best decade too. I don't remember my zeros.
I don't remember my. You don't remember your teens either, I bet.
I remember a lot of my teens. My craziest.
I'm very surprised that you remember a lot of your teens.
My craziest stories are probably from my teens.
Mm-hmm.
but my 20s had a nice mix of everything.
You know how I know you're 30?
Hell.
This is how I know that you're 30. You have an actual real like official NBA basketball.
Yeah.
That's in good shape that we could go like actually play a game with.
Mm.
Like just in your basement.
Yeah, don't get it twisted though. It has seen some things, but I keep care of it.
Is this the one that we never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
remember the one time, shout out to Maurice.
Oh, yeah.
Our friend from Southwest.
Yeah, Reese.
Who now
Reese.
lives in Vegas.
How
he might
cool
be
is that?
back in Philly.
I mean, he might have to move back because it's like 120 there right now.
I will be visiting Reese whenever I have to do a work trip out in Vegas. I will be hanging with him.
Oh, I like that.
Tonight. But
I like that.
What was I saying? Remember when we were in the car with him and we were heading back home because we didn't have a basketball. I don't know what happened to the basketball that we had. And then
yeah.
someone pulled up and I think Reese asked them, "Hey, you guys got a basketball?" And they said, "Yeah." And they went in their trunk and they gave us a basketball.
Oh yeah.
And we used it for a couple of years.
We used that broken down, like half worked like that ball for years.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was white. It was an orange basketball when it was originally bought, and it was white. It was peeling.
It was definitely well dribbled.
Yeah. That was such a funny thing.
Man, that was such a long time ago. You know, I sometimes think of things from back when we used to live in Southwest. I think about things all the time. Like I think about like I have weird, like I have like very particular Southwest memories. Like very like I remember. Obviously, you got to remember the court. The basketball court we used to play on.
Oh, God.
It was like lopsided.
That was dangerous.
We sprained so many. I sprained 2 ankles on that court.
Yeah.
The one ankle I sprained after was a total floozy, like a total total mistake.
Floozy.
It was
what a whore.
Yeah, it was a whore of a sprained ankle, but it was like a total bullshit sprained ankle. Like I just like landed wrong. I think I sprained my right ankle twice and my left ankle once, but like my ankles are
glass. They're made out of glass.
I do actually, because I have tendonitis. I have Achilles tendonitis. Actually,
do you really?
I do. So I do these. I do like ankle raises because I went for one time. I went for Dr. Mike to look at my ankle, and he was on vacation. So a sports medicine doctor looked at my ankles, and he said I have Achilles tendonitis.
I got a question. So just say you go to Dr. Mike to get like a certain body part looked at.
Yeah.
Do they check your blood pressure?
Yes. They do check my... Yeah, I think it's just like a standard. They get your basic vitals when you go to the doctor's office. I think they do that.
I don't like it.
But I actually... Shout out to Dr. Mike. But Dr. Mike might be a little upset because I've been seeing a shaman for the last 2 years now. So I don't know if he's going to really be too happy with me. I've been practicing Eastern medicine. So every day I wake up... And this is a key to success. So I've been thinking about this, and I want to have Matthew's keys to success on the podcast. And this is my key to success today. Grab a mint leaf, basil, buzz-on-a-gul, whatever you want to call it. Go buy a mint tree, take a sprig, do this, throw it in your hand, and every morning, get it in as hard as you can, slap yourself in the face. And that's the best way. It gives you it gives you a 33% boost in vitality. It lowers you got to be careful. If you do it twice, your blood pressure will go too low and you'll you'll pass out, slip into a coma, and you'll be rushed to the hospital probably. If you have people around you that care. I don't have anyone around me that cares about me usually. So sometimes I'll just lay on the ground for a long time and it's a miracle if I get up. But
can I wait a minute?
Smack the mint leaf in your face as hard as you can, and you're good.
I won't say any names, but I know someone who
would
not with a mint leaf, but they would get very drunk, and as a twitch, they'd smack themselves in the face really hard.
Yeah, that's
Do you know who I'm talking about?
I definitely know who you're talking about. Yeah. I definitely know who you're talking about.
And loud. I never seen it in person, but it was very loud, and they would scream in pain. I swear to God on my life.
Why is that so like? That's like
and
a very.
It wasn't the kind of thing where they were trying to fuck with us.
Mm-hmm.
There was no joke. There was no prank to be made.
Do you think this
was a real thing?
Do you think it was like had anything to do with like religious belief? Like I'm gonna get the demons out.
I don't think this particular person believed in anything. Like, but unless they were like,
I believe in love.
They might have been like, grandma's looking down on us. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
like that kind of thing.
George Carlin has a great. Is it George Carlin or is it Louis C.K. did? It's George Carlin.
I'm sure it's George Carlin
who has the they're looking down on us from the sky. Like he has a great bit on that. Look that up.
Yeah, like what was it? He was like, we're in a not funny way. I think the premise was like, I would hope they would have something better to do than fucking keep tabs on us.
Oh yeah, I think it was a part of his Angels bit.
Yeah,
where he's like, you believe like 67% of people in the country believe in angels. Fucking angels! Are we fucking seeing like? And he starts free. What about the boogeyman? What about goblins?
Yeah.
What about where's all the goblins? What about leprechauns?
Where are all the gargoyles?
Where's all the you know if you think about goblins, they're not reliable people.
Yeah.
I love Carlin. He's so good.
We talk about Carlin quite a bit.
We do. I think I discovered a new song on the way here.
You know what I discovered about, I don't know, maybe 6 years ago?
What's up?
I did League Island Brewing Club. So I stumbled upon it because I worked with a gentleman, and he started his own business with his family called League Island Brewing Club, and it is delicious. It is nutritious. It is family owned. It is family ran. It is family operated. You have to become a member. You'll be able to become a member by following the link in the bio. Or no, not the bio.
Oh, that's the
description.
The description.
This is an Instagram. League Island Brewing Club. Jesus' favorite beer.
I didn't discover a new song. I was wrong. But I have been super into Daft Punk and French house music as of late. Like, there's just something about that phase of club music that I like. I think's cool. You know, I have this vision in my mind of wanting to go to a club and just observe, stay sober, and just like watch, just figure out what's going on. But I'm also like not enough of a creep to ever do that. Like that's just also a waste of time.
It would look really weird if you're just
Yeah, I kind of want to go to the club.
Out.
I kind of want to go to. I think it's because I kind of want to go to a club and party, but I really don't actually want to.
Yeah.
So I think I have this weird middle zone that pops out. You know, it's fucking Hoagie Fest.
Is it really?
Yeah, I was driving my car, and oh shit! Speaking of my car, I had my catalytic converter stolen.
Oh yeah, you did.
I like.
Son of a gun.
Literally last Wednesday, I had it stolen, and that's why did I say that on the podcast? Oh, I didn't know last Wednesday.
Yeah, no, this happened.
I found out last Thursday
recently.
when I took it to get it fixed. Fucking $1,000, and it turns out I think that I don't know who did it, but somebody else up our street had their car sabotaged.
Really?
Yeah, and I told him about my catalytic converter, and he starts screaming, motherfuckers. He starts cursing. He's like, it's my neighbor. He'll stab you in the back, like that kind of shit. And I think I didn't really start anything, but I maybe added some minor fuel to the fire because then they started fighting.
Was that at the end of the block?
That's the same one that was getting
or
into
at the beginning of the block.
Yep.
Yeah, I pulled up. Remember, I pulled up. They were fighting.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yep.
I just double parked and minded my business.
Yeah, so as a way to quell the beef, I gifted each of them an original Zune. An original Microsoft Zune.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I wanted them to calm down.
You know,
I don't like strife.
those Zunes.
They were.
Is it a Zune or a Zoom? It's a Zune.
Zune.
Yeah. They really came in clutch when I was in senior year.
Be the change. Yes, you're totally right. You know, I had both of the Zunes. I had the original Zune, and there was 3 Zunes. I had the second and third Zune, because like I don't know why I wanted a Zune. An iPod Touch or an iPod Nano would have been cheaper and better. But I think I thought a Zune was cool because it was different.
Yeah.
There was something about it. I don't know.
You always tried to find
Different things.
I don't know about different things, but like the highest quality for the best amount of money.
Yeah.
So there might have been
yeah.
a couple things you read that back then that said Zunes are actually higher quality.
But I didn't learn how to read till I was 15.
Yeah, but you knew Braille, so you probably traced.
I've known how to touch since 0.
Yeah,
so that's true.
One time, so 9th grade, I'm in music class, and the Catholic school, and the nun asks. This is before I knew how to play any music, and the nun asks, "What was the first instrument ever?" And I was the first to raise my hand, and I said, "The drums." Because,
yeah, drum, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It doesn't take a lot to do that. And she goes, "No. It's the voice." And I was like, "Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's not a fucking instrument."
This is just
I was
a byproduct.
so fucking mad. It could be used as an instrument, but that's fucking semantics. You know what I mean? Or is that semantics?
Yeah.
It's semantics. Like, yeah, it's an instrument. Fuck off.
I like semantics because it's schematics and semantics together.
Yeah.
So it's a scheme and it's an antics. I like that a lot.
But I was so fucking mad.
Because
I'm thinking, like, she
the
played
day you
me.
came home and told that story, and you said it just the same exact way, with the same fervor that you have now. It's this. You didn't lose a bit of that emotion. Where is that fucking teacher? Let's go. Is what a male fee? Who is it?
It was a nun.
It was a nun.
I forget her name.
But what does that mean?
She didn't teach me a single goddamn thing.
They didn't
and I'm
teach
a better
anything,
musician
those nuns.
than anybody that was in that class.
You know what? The year after I started taking music lessons, I got a C in music in Catholic school.
Yeah, fuck them. They don't know what they're talking
Then
about.
I brought it up to an A, but like...
You know how cheap... It's not even their fault, of course, but like you really want to get kids interested in music and you give them a fucking recorder?
Yeah, I know.
Fuck off.
That's because it's cheap. They can buy recorders like for $2.
Yeah, you could fucking stab a branch and have kids blowing it.
You can't even do that.
Same results.
You can't even do that anymore because they ban trees in schools.
Yeah.
They said, Matthew, stop with the trees all the time in high school and grade school and pre-K, in pre-K.
You were walking in with you were distracting everybody.
I was, man. I was into a
Just
lot
the
of
wildlife
different shit.
that you brought
when
in.
I was in grade school, I was into a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And I acted like I was just, just a poor fat kid. But actually, what I was really doing, I was the biggest smuggler of opium plants from the Middle East.
I just watched American Gangster again.
Yeah.
And Frank
Ain't that
Lucas,
a great movie?
Frank Lucas literally went to South Asia.
He's like, I'm gonna fly over there. Does this work?
No. Give me 1 second.
Can we pause? I don't think we
You
can
don't gotta
pause.
pause it.
I don't gotta pause.
I actually hung up by accident. But we actually should. We do have other things to do. We are recording some new music.
We are recording new music.
So we do have to get to that. So we will be ending shortly. Let's finish with one last thing. I just found out, and you just found out when I told you, Chick-fil-A uses MSG.
I was
in their food.
so upset to hear about this. I'm so upset. John, what does MSG do to your body?
I don't know. It hurts it, though.
That's right. It does. I know that they banned it, right?
It's not banned because they could use it, but it's like shunned.
Yeah.
And it really shouldn't be in any food. I think it makes your heart race when it shouldn't. It's like if sodium
on steroids.
It's like sodium and sugar mixed, like what it does to your body.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's really not good for you, and I'm probably wrong with explaining the chemistry of it just there.
Yeah.
But
I thought you meant like they cook with like a little bit of Madison Square Garden at first, but then you told me it was a food chemical.
Yeah. But you're probably better off them chipping tiny little pieces off of MSG.
Yeah.
And putting it in your food.
than eating
what MSG is.
Yeah.
Which is why you got to be careful what you eat.
I have a way to just so
I'm not right now, but you. What do you
just so
say?
everyone
Give me a couple months.
so everyone doesn't feel so depressed before we leave them. What you can do to cheer yourself up is you can listen to our new song, Drinking in Work.
Drinking in Work is streaming now.
It's streaming now. It's in a nearby lake, pond, or river. Anything that streams, or your cell phone or computer. You can actually just pull it out of thin air if you really need it. So go listen to that and cheer yourself up.
You know what you could do if just say you don't have any of those things.
Switch to Geico.
You could steal, or you can go to a public library and listen to it there, and then you can really memorize it, and then you can hum it.
Yeah, then you could take it with you everywhere you go. As you can use the first instrument.
Yeah,
and
which
you
is
could
not true.
And you could just take it with you everywhere you go. Well, thank you everyone for listening or watching. Stay tuned for the Monday Mack.
You know why, real quick, you know why it's not an instrument?
Why?
Or it shouldn't be considered the first instrument? It's because it didn't start as an instrument.
That's a good point.
Like they were making noises with their mouth for eons before they put it in a rhythmic thing. But you ain't telling me that they didn't go and then
yeah, they got like a stick and they started hitting a stone or a tree.
And then you start to go
hollowed out.
whatever cavemen did.
Yeah.
First instrument, my fucking ass. Fuck Newman.
Yeah, fuck Newman.
The whole school, fuck them.
Fuck the whole school.